All right, race fans, welcome live tonight here at Eldora. That's right, for the Street Stocks of VLR. Well, we're getting down to the closing parts here of the season. And man, I tell you what, that man on pole right there, he has dominated. Howard Weaver's won the last 3 in a row. It's been a good one. We're in the middle of qualifying right now, as always. I'm Joe White up here in the booth. Got David Heileman up here. I think he was eating on a cheeseburger, though. I don't know where he went. He must have ran off to the kitchen. You still here, David?
Yep, just got back here, Joe.
I know. Man, you always eating something, man, week in and week out. What are you eating this week?
I just had some brats and beans for dinner, so.
Lord of mercy, man.
I don't like
run to the bathroom now. Man, got some beans. What? I'm gonna head to the restroom now, boy, in the middle of the race. If we take a quick commercial break, folks, y'all know what happened.
You said it, though. Howard Weaver leaving off just where he has the last couple weeks. Big car count tonight. Got a lot of guys, couple new names, new faces up there. Heck, second place, Blake Nelms. But then you got the Money Man, Lewis Hewitt, Shane James, couple other regulars up there.
I do. I got some new guys. Was that Chase Watscombe? I hope I said that right.
Oh yeah, he was. He was there at the Lanier race. He finished second. Yeah.
Was that Keel? I remember Keel.
Keel?
Yeah, Kyle's actually. It's Kyle.
Beckenhauer's back. Oh, boy.
I remember that's the South Park reference there. All right, Keel. That's actually Kyle, but it's Kyle. It's called Kyle. Kyle spelled a different way. K-I-L-E. I've always used Kyle spelled as K-Y. But, hey, it's different. Man, it's going to kill the field, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're at the Big E, Eldora, big high bank track. Probably it's really going to be, carrying from right over from practice also, but it's going to be a lot of the cushion. I think anywhere besides right up next to the wall, at least throughout the heats, is you're going to be going backwards. It's going to be all fighting for that top lane right up against the wall.
All right, well, we're going here to the first heat for the night here, folks. We got a big field here, but these guys are going to be battling it out. That's Howard Weaver. He did win it, so he's going to be starting off here, actually in heat race number 1, along with Jeremy Capone there. Some good new names here on this one. Garrett Nieberge in there. Just let's name a few of the guys that I know of, or week in and week out. Ought to be some good ones here, man. I tell you, so we got 12 drivers. Obviously going to put 8 laps up here on the board. These guys are going to be trying to buy for it tonight.
5 heats, 12 drivers each. That's 60 cars. I think that's a server limit. And yeah, you said it's stacked first heat. I think 3 of the top 5 in points with Howard, Jeremy, and Garrett back there in 4th are going to be they're all in this one, and only three this week are going to advance straight to the feature with the big car counts.
You're right, 60 cars out there, but like I said, we're going to bring it all the way down to 24 for the night's over with. It's going to be a good one here as we get started off here for our first heat race tonight. 12 drivers are out here, and really only, 4 of them advance? I think it's 4 in this one advance.
Yeah, it's down to 3 now with
oh, really? Okay.
Having a 5th heat. That's going to take 15, then probably 5 from the B main. So yeah, it's only 3 this time, and top 2, of course, to the redraw.
Oh man, I tell you what, that brings up the ante a little bit. So might bring up the heat here. Some of the heat races here tonight as we're getting going here at Eldora, the famed track here, Tony Stewart's backyard. So and for all UP dirt fans out there, if you don't know who he is, he's a NASCAR driver, by the way.
He's got dirt in his blood.
But I had to throw that part out there. So, and a champion, might I add. So, but hey, he's got a nice facility here, man. Eldora, man, they put on some awesome races here, and definitely awesome. So getting set here to go green flag racing. The man out front there, Howard Weaver, he's been dominating week in and week out. Let's see if the gangster Jeremy can do anything. As the green flag flies, they drop the hammer, they're off racing, and Howard gets a good jump. He's got a handle on these machines the last couple weeks.
Yeah, as you see those top 3 VLR cars, they go right up to the top and keep that momentum off the cushion going. And then Jeremy's going to dive low through the middle. Going to see it. That's where all the slick spot is, so they must have been working it in practice. He's able to keep the momentum just with him. He's going to get up to the corner battle of Howard Weaver.
Yeah, he is, but that high side, he's trying to utilize that cushion up there. Howard is. Jeremy's trying to go down low just a little bit behind them. They're paddling it out 3 wide. You got Peter and Derek back there just beating and banging for the final spot, the 3rd place. Garrett Nieberge's right there. But, boy, he knows there's a storm of machines down there that want it.
Yep, Feckenhauer and Eric Eichstadt, they're working that bottom lane as top lane on 115 car. To add him to the mix, too, is Jed Barton. They're getting it rolling up top.
Yes, they are. Oh, 3 wide car to wall. Man, I tell you what, he just stuffed it up in there. The 118 machine did, but he held on to it. That could have been disastrous here, and everybody's still making contact.
They're door banging. They're 4 wide in the 118 car. If Coberlay is going to get turned around, they're still 3 wide, though, for that 4th spot. As Eric Eichstadt's going to send it in there for a slide job. Not going to clear it. That's going to allow Jed Barton to get up there.
Boy, closed the door on that slider right there. They are still leaning on each other. I'm telling you, with the 3 cars advancing here, these guys know the urgency. The problem is it's letting the top 3 guys walk away. That would be Howard Weaver, Jeremy Capron, and Garrett Nieberge all leaving. Jed, though, well, he is trying to knock some oil if he can, but, boy, he is just sitting right there in the 4th place, trying to run them down if he can.
Yeah, started in the 7th position, up to 4th at least, and try to hang on to it to start the B-Mang on pole, but Derek Feckenhauer, he got himself his nose to the outside of him. Oh, but Jed's going to slam the door.
Yes, he does. Almost a slider there by the 86 machine. He tried to put on the inside, but he did. He got that slide job completed on him and went up to the 4th place. Might be a little bit too late with about 2-3 to go.
Just behind that, David Kalb just flew around Eric Eichstadt like he's standing still. He got that cushion working out. Just right up against the wall. He's got something rolling here late in the race.
He does. Now, a lot of these guys back here are definitely mixing it up in the backside. I mean, your top 3 guys, they're single file. They're kind of running their own race right now. They know if they don't make really too many mistakes. You've got Jed right there, and Derek, he is trying, but one more lap, and we're going to have our top 3 guys advancing it.
Oh, big slide job there by Kalb. He was able to clear it in the 115, gave him a big shot in the bumper. But as they come out turn 4 now, Howard Weaver, he's going to take the checker flag on this heat race. It's Jeremy Capron 2nd, Garrett Nieberge going to come home 3rd, Feckenhauer 4th, and David Kalb going to hold on to that 5th position.
Yeah, I was watching that battle back there and then watching them kill each other at the end. But I was watching that battle back there for about the 5th and 6th place spot. I mean, I know Howard and all them had it covered up front. It just was a good battle they were going on. So that puts us up here in the heat race number 2, folks. Man, I just got a feeling with these guys, knowing it's only going to be 3 to advance, the intensity's probably going to build a little bit more, especially with the bigger heat fields. You know, we're used to only seeing maybe 7, 8 cars. You know, we're seeing 12 cars out here. Not a lot of room for error here.
No, any small slip up could cost you, even if it does only cost you 1 or 2 position, that costs you 5 spots in whatever B or C or even A main that you're in.
Absolutely. As we're sitting here, man, right now, heat race number 3, about to get ready and going. Another 12. Actually, looks like Leon Frank's not gridded yet. Well, hopefully he'll get out there. And look at that. I told you if I said it long enough and hard enough, Scooter would change that car to red and white, just like Starsky and Hutch.
Okay, I guess we know who Joe's polling for tonight. Yeah, Scooter. He's out in the new colors. We'll see what he can do with this starter in that 5th position.
Telling you, man, that thing, it triggered me when I saw it. And I said, it looks like the Starsky and Hutch. If we just had it red and white, it'd be the Starsky and Hutch car. And if you new guys or young guys out there don't know what I'm talking about, look it up on Google, because you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But there you go, folks, the 59. That is it. It was a Gran Torino back in the 70s. Awesome show. And I'm telling my age, but anyways, awesome show. Awesome show. They had a Gran Torino out there that was red and with a white stripe. It was painted just like that. So that's cool. They were cops, by the way, an unmarked car.
All right, as we got front row, we got E.J. Jones been fast all season, but like we said, that newcomer of Blake Nelms. I wonder if he's from that DWR on Wednesday night. Like we said it before, fixed setup. Anybody can hop right in here and try to make your name known. And so far, Blake's doing it by qualifying second, starting on this heat. Space car's off.
It is. Pace trucks in. Here they go to drop the hammer. We're off racing here at Eldora. Heat race 3 here in the books. But I tell you what, Blake gets a good jump. They're 3 wide behind them. Down our scooters down low. The 37 machine of Randall Carter. He's in the mix. He's trying to get that 3rd place spot though.
Yeah, that outside starting to freight train a little big. He's going to try to have to wait and try to find the hole up there. Not much happening. The scooter's going to slide in that position right in front of the 50 car of Tyler Gray in that 5th spot. So they're going to be 3 wide for it looks like 3rd spot there in 1 and 2.
Man, Randall Carter's hanging on to that thing with Lynn. Franks is around. Oh, no, wait a minute. That was,
Paul.
That was Paul with Scooter. Though both got together. Contact between the two there. I thought it was Lynn Franks for a minute, but my bad. Randall Carter was in the mix there. Randall's actually right there on the back end of Franks, though. He's wanting that 3rd place.
Yep. You said it, the intensity for the top 3 is going to be different than the top 4, and you saw it there. Scooter had a chance to put his nose just on the outside of a teammate, and he took it, ended up getting squeezed in the wall, and well, now he's going to end up having to work his way through the C-main. Is Randall Carter, he's still all over the back of Lon Franks as he's getting a little touchy with that wall.
Yeah, he is. He wants to take it the easy way. See if he can't get in the top 3. Randall Carter's trying to work his way. As right now, Blake out front in command of this one. E.J. Jones trying to run him down if he can. But the newcomer, Blake, out there, he is leading the way, riding that cushion high here at Eldora. But I tell you what, Franks has got a whole rear view mirror of Randall Carter. I don't know, what's it going to take for Randall to get around him?
At this point, I think cars are. It looked like the bottom was a little viable in 3 and 4, but now it looks like it's top all the way around the racetrack. He's going to have to do it with some kind of slide job of sort. And we saw last week early on in the heat races that a lot of slide jobs, cars weren't able to carry momentum and clear the car that they were trying to. And I think with the high banks here at Eldora, it's going to be even harder to clear that guy.
Well, you just saw Kevin right behind him. He was gaining on him and then went up there and caught the cushion and slammed the wall, lost all momentum to those guys. But you're right. I think Randall's got to get up there and maybe even try to rattle his cage or throw it into the turn like that for a slider. They're door to door. He knows time's running out. Can he get the slide job? He does. Can the momentum hold up or is he going to cross him? Man, they are battling it out for 3rd place.
If Randall got his white flags out, Frank's going to try to come back at him, but he's not going to be able to do it. Randall Carter's going to drive away and get away with this 3rd and final transfer spot.
Yeah, Franks tried to throw it in there, but he couldn't hold it. The car kind of rotated around on him. Kevin's going to take that 4th place spot. It looks like it's a drag race out of 4. Good battle right there as, man, oh, wow. Kevin took the 4th place spot side by side. That was an awesome finish to that heat race there. But top 3, you got Blake, E.J. Jones, Randall Carter right there. So that was awesome.
Yeah, .012 for that 4th spot. Lon Franks has to be kicking himself. He went from being in the A main to now he's not even going to start on the front row of the B main. Because with losing that spot to McNatt there. So that's big.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Joe out there, Joe, just to answer your question, it says iracing.com, and on the PC side of things, to definitely check it out, man. Weekly, week in and week out, and check us out here at OSR Network. Check these guys out here at teamvlr.com. They put on some outstanding dirt racing. I do a lot of broadcasting for multiple venues, whatever you like, dirt, rally, oval, it doesn't really matter. I'm a race fan all through and through. Dirt guys don't know what that is. I have to give y'all a hard time. I mean, come on, David.
Hey, I have the IndyCar race over on the TV back there. So that counts for something. That counts for something.
Yeah, there you go. Heck yeah, man. IndyCar, them things, man, fly day. Tell you what, you gotta have a lot of you-know-what, man, to drive on them things.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Tony Stewart earlier. Technically, you call him a NASCAR guy. I'd almost say he's an IndyCar guy.
Well, you're right. He, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago with like Jeff Gordon and them, but actually, Tony Stewart really actually came from the open wheel sets more, and then got into the dirt side of things. Then the NASCAR progressed to that. I mean, he's always had the dirt, almost like Kenny Schrader. Kenny Schrader came up the same way, and he does a lot of dirts now. So a lot of those guys get different avenues and so forth and so on.
Yeah, I was just watching Kenny using a race yesterday night, over at in the Prairie Dirt Classic, I think.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I watch him on the Twitter and watch him go to his different venues and stuff. But what about said, here's the pace trucks in. Here we go. Lewis Hewitt out front in this one. We call him Chase out front in this one. I saw Lewis Hewitt's name pop up there.
Nope, he's out there now.
Oh, is that? Oh, my bad. He's up front. Then Chase is right there. I thought I saw him up there a minute, but they're 2 and 3 wide in the back. Remember, only top 3 get the advance out here, so we call Mr. Money in the Bank right there. Look at that slide job by the 30.
Ooh, Josh Phillips sending up there, closing the door on Ryan Martin. Now he's trying to get that 3rd transfer spot. Is he going to be able to clear the 18 car on his outside? Oh, they're going to have a little bit of contact off Tyler Bregan. He's going to try to cut back down the inside. Not going to make it happen. Up for that 2nd spot, though. Seth Cheney's over the back of Chase Westcom.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Tyler, I thought you were supposed to be driving an SRA, man. Ain't they racing right now? Come on now. But, yeah, come out here week in and week out. They run this here at TeamVLR.com. The Street Stock Series here tonight, right now. Lewis Hewitt showing them how it's done. Oh, we got
Ryan
2 cars
Martin
in the back.
hard.
Yeah. Who was that, Ryan Martin? Yeah, he hit a hard back there, didn't he?
Yeah, not sure what happened, but just in front of him, somebody tapped the wall. I think that was Seth Cheney in 3rd spot. Allowed Josh Phillips to close right back on him. But up front, top 5, 6 cars, I think they're single file.
Yeah, I'm like you. I think that top line is the way to go. But, boy, I tell you what, you're flirting with disaster. You just saw Lewis Hewitt. Man, he get that car up there on the cushion, and it jumped on him and caught the back end of the wall. And I think that's where we're going to see the passes. It's going to take a guy making a mistake up front.
Yeah, because it's starting to get a little bit of before the black was on the insides of both ends of the racetrack, but we're getting a slim little black slippery spot, looks like. So it's starting to get slick up there now. It's just going to get harder and harder throughout the night.
Yep, it absolutely is. These guys in the talent's going to step in. Can they handle these cars? But look at Chase. He's running down the leader. Lewis Hewitt out front, but he has got Seth right glued to his back bumper. Those top 3 guys know that they want it, but they also see behind them. I mean, at any mistake, those 2, you've got Josh and Tyler back there.
Oh, big move by Westcom. Looking for a slider on Lewis. That's not going to work as he's going to over-rotate the car, and that's going to allow Seth Cheney to move right by him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fend off Tyler Bregan for that 4th spot.
That's what I'm talking about, David, right there. Looks like, man, it's just going to take somebody making a mistake up front before you can be able to make that pass. I think earlier on we saw that move work, but then later on in the night, I think it's just not going to be able to work as well.
No, and I'm really not sure. I see Westcom. He had a run on Lewis, and he wanted to go for the win, but with top 2 cars going into the redraw, all he did was really cost him himself 5 spots in the feature, as that was the finish right there. Lewis Hewitt's going to bring it back. We cost him 5 spots in the feature, but even maybe more, because if that redraw, he ends up on pole, and now we're really talking about, I don't know. I really didn't like that move by Westcom there, trying to get the lead.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, but what else do you do, David? I mean, what can you do when you know the high line is the only place that you can go to get it get it going? I mean, it's a preferred line. Right now, we're actually starting to see this place be a one lane track. So what do you do? I mean, short from moving the guy in front of you.
Like I said, I don't know. With the guys in the race car, they can't, they don't see everything we do and can't think about it, that many laps ahead. But especially in a heat race like this, the best thing you can do is just try to race smart. Pick and choose your opportunities. You can't go for it every lap with a slide job, because if you end up stuck on the bottom, then you're gonna get freight trained. You gotta be smart about when you are gonna try that bottom or try a slide job.
Absolutely. And just I see the comments out there, they're talking about follow the leader. A lot of this has to do with the track, and David up here being the expert dirt man that he is, he sees it. I understand it, because it's basically it's the track. It's not really a lot. This is a fixed setup. These guys don't have the option of saying, oh, I've got my ultimate setup to where I can go anywhere. They have to do what these cars will allow them to do, and what this track will allow them to do. And right now, this track's only allowing them to go up high. They could try low, but we've already seen how that works out.
Skylar Brown would have been starting 4th in this heat, did not get out to grid in time.
I see that.
That's something else. But like you said, fixed setup. If this was open, somebody maybe could have ran a little bit higher gear, and they could try to get that bottom side working, but they got what they got. It is what it is right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, and that is the joy. Me personally, it's just me, my opinion personally, I enjoy the fixed setup because I think it brings out the talent of the driver. It doesn't put it all on the setup, or a lot of it on the setup, so to speak. A lot of guys love the setup, the open setup stuff, but I do enjoy the fixed style just to really see what these guys can do with what they're handed. And right now, the track's pretty much a one-groove top style track, and that's what they've got.
Yeah, I expect the same thing this race. Shane James going to be on pole. Outside him, Rocky Battenfield might want to watch out for some uppercuts in this one because pace car's in.
Absolutely, there we go. Shane James drops the hammer out front here in this one as we're on a heat race here. As man, they're already 2 and 3 wide. Now, early on, you might be able to get down low and try something, but up top, you've got a battle for the lead. Rocky, he's out there, man. He is swinging left and right, trying for the lead.
Yeah, Shane James is going to give him a door, but all that's going to do is open up the door for the 29 car of Greg Gullickson. He was the benefactor of Skylar Brown not making the grid because he moved up a row, but Shane James is going to power his way up to the top side.
Yeah, and he getting bumped in the back for his troubles there, but he held on to the machine.
Down back there, it's 53 cars. He's up in the wall. It's James Sellner. He had a good run last week at Knoxville, but now he's battling to stay in that 7th place position.
Yep, right now, top 4 guys all single file, but look at that. Jimmy Mullis. Is that the Pete guy?
I believe he is the Pete guy.
That's what I'm thinking. Everything is the Pete guy.
Name was familiar.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I know a Jimmy Mullis because I've seen him run a lot on the Pete side of things. Well, right now, he's on the dirt side. Man, look at these 3 guys. Well, they understand it's a one groove. We said move them out the way. We might see somebody move them out of the way.
Yeah, we got a 4-car choo-choo train coming around, wrapping that top. Each guys are bobbling at different points, though. They're just nose to tail to nose to tail. Just inches between each and one of them, waiting for somebody to mess up.
Man, absolutely. And I tell you right now, just to give you an idea what it looks like, driving the inside here, we're riding around with Craig, who, man, right now is sitting in the 3rd spot. He's got his hands full. He's right behind Shane James. I mean, look at him work that wheel from the inside of the final lap here.
Yeah, Jimmy Mullis, he checked the guy inside of Craig, but wasn't going to work. Looks like Craig's going to get it wrong on Shane James, but he's not going to do anything with it coming out of 4 for the final time.
Yep, he's going to look to the inside peak out of 4, not going to be able to get it done. And it's a good job right there, though, as Rocky's going to hold on to it. Shane's there in 2nd. I think Craig thought about it, but he said, you know what? I've seen what happened to Shane and some of the other guys earlier. I better just stay where I'm at.
Yeah, Jimmy was closing on those guys again. I think he just made his move 1 lap too early here from Jimmy Mullis, but he's going to have a good starting spot in the B-Main at least.
And I believe that's got to be the one from the peak. So, yeah. Well, I mean, somebody will find out for us out there.
I'll send our best man on it here.
Yeah, there you go. Who's our best man?
I am looking it up right now.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Look, David Heileman is investigating, reporting right now. Yeah, feature's going to be wild, especially if this thing stays one groove. It's probably going to be, I got a feeling there, Jeremy, it's whoever gets out front first, stays out there. The problem is you might have to end up moving somebody. Unless they change the track state.
The track is going to carry all the way over, so it's all just going to depend if that top side does get, treacherous and bumpy enough where cars are going to start searching back around for more grip.
Okay. So the track state carries over, it doesn't clear?
Yep, correct.
Okay, well then, yeah, pretty much what these guys are seeing, they've got then pretty much the rest of the night, and hopefully that top side or inside. Okay, that's what I thought, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle says Jimmy is from the peak. That's what I thought. Yeah, I've seen him run over at Extreme Motorsports 99 a couple times. I've talked to him a couple times. He's a pretty cool guy. Actually picked up his first peak antifreeze win the other week. So awesome right there to see him on the dirt side of things. So see, we got oval guys that come over here and know how to race. David's like,
yeah.
But I don't see any dirt guys going over the oval side and dominating. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to think of an example of one. I would say Alex.
Go
watch Alex Bergeron. Go watch Alex Bergeron on a road
But he
course.
was an oval guy first. Yeah, oh well. All right, I give you our time, dude. Yeah. Man, we're getting set here. I'm going to put another 3 in the feature here on this one. Pace Trucks in. Blake Brown out front of this one. Here we go. Pace Trucks in. We're going to set and racing here for the heats. As man, they're all ready. He's trying to get up high. I can see. I'm going to tell you, if I was a leader, I'd start on that outside because it just seems like that outside is the place to be.
Yeah, so Blake Brown wasn't able to clear him, but he did get into that second slotted spot, but then didn't go high in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Connor Parisi to get to his outside, and he's going to give him a door bang and move into that second spot.
Absolutely he does. Connor, man, look at that slide job. Man, he went up there and made contact with him, didn't he?
Oh, I spoke too soon, as here comes the alien of Terry Regert back to his inside now for that third position. Not going to be able to carry the momentum off the corners. Oh, just behind him, the 24 car, 42, I'm sorry, Virgil Graham had huge momentum going outside. Oh, 2 cars flipping in turn 1.
Oh, man, that's the 13 of Terry Renner. Talk about alien. He got shot back to Mars right there, and it was over with.
Yeah, it's KT King that can probably get the worst of that one. The admin was out racing tonight, got stuck up in it, but Virgil Graham also, a lot of cars got damaged from that one. I'm not even sure who's in the transfer spot now.
Wow, transfer spot right now is Blake Brown.
Those top 3 guys are gone now from the rest of the field. Everyone else just battling. I mean, Brandon Franks trying to hang on for a good starting spot in the B main, but right behind him, 69 car of Hagen Earwood. Yeah,
Brandon got a bumblebee-looking machine out there.
He might try to transform into something out here.
Needs to, man, and blow those 3 up in front of him as they win this thing. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, man, it's been some good racing here as Cole Trickles behind him. You don't get the reference of the car.
No, I didn't get that. We're talking about
the 69, yeah. You don't get the reference of the Cole Trickle, man.
No,
you ever seen Days of Thunder?
Went over my head. One time a while ago.
Wow, boy, I tell you what, man. I am up here with some amateurs. I mean, dog. Wow.
Well, he's going to get down to the inside. He's going to try to clear the 116, and he is. He's getting a big shot there.
But it was a good move. Made it look pretty.
Yeah, that's going to allow Chris R. Cox to move in, as they're going to get the white flag this time by. 3-car battle for that 4th spot.
Yeah, I'm just right now. I'm just kind of the top 3 guys are all single file walked away. I'm watching this battle between Brandon, Hayden, and Chris right there. Man, they're beating and banging because Kill. He's out front, Kyle, that is. He's going to win this thing. He killed the field here tonight in this heat race, and Connor's going to come in second. Blake Brown up in the 3rd.
Yep, he went right up there on the first lap and got outside of Blake Brown, was able to take the lead from pole sitter, never looked back. And, once we saw it last heat with Shane James, you would think maybe Blake wasn't
David,
watching.
I got to say something a minute. And I appreciate all the viewers out there. I really do. Y'all guys are awesome, and it's great to see y'all week in and week out. But if y'all would take your attention real quickly to the bottom right part of the screen, and there's some big letters down there. And I'm not sure how young y'all are, but I imagine everybody knows the English language. And it will explain what game we're on. It's big words right down there in the corner. And I'm going to give you a minute to look and maybe see. But, again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. So, just wanted to point that out to them there, Dave.
Yep, I'm just going to say that they're too distracted by all the action on the track that they can't read down there. There you go. That's a good excuse.
That's a good excuse.
No, iRacing does a very good job of with stamping that down on all the.
Yeah, I mean now I will show you a trick. Now watch. I will show you a trick. Watch this.
Oh boy.
Now look at the screen here in about a few seconds. Now, if I had it like that, I could understand everybody going, "Where are we on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like advertising.
Time. It looks like we are going to pull out enough cars for a D-main. It looks like, but KT King outside front row, Trevor Chaney inside. Top four going to go over the B main in this one, or to the C main.
Kyle out there, tell him, Joe. Alright, I'm just saying, here we go. But you're right. This is a D main here, and we'll tell you, we got a big field, 15 cars as the green flag flies, and they're already 4 wide, beating each other to death in the back.
That was a door bang and a half his toe. A couple guys getting the wall up there, and the start seemed sloppy from the start. There was a lot of gap between everybody. Everybody just trying to get KT King get moved into the outside wall. And he's already back to the 4th spot. 96 car of Eris Thomas. Oh, he's getting it just out of him. Michael Clark
KT
trying
out
to
front.
sneak through up there.
KT's hanging out front right now, but Trevor, he's going to highlight. Well, look at KT. He says, man, he's got the Lightning McQueen machine, and he says, I am definitely holding on to it. He's trying that low line.
Yeah, you're right. Those guys are so far ahead of what I was looking at. I didn't even see it. I saw bright red cars. They're going to be 3 wide going into 1 for the lead. KT's going to slide up. There's still 3 wide. I got 2. It looks like Trevor's going to hang on to the lead.
Yeah, no doubt. Right now, they're top side, but man, KT's trying the low line right now.
He can try it all he wants, but now he's going to lose 2 more spots, and that's a transfer spot he's battling Terry Rengert with. 93 car, Matt Hamill tried to jump low, though. Oh, he's going to slam into the 56 car. Going to go 3 wide. Rengert's going to try to shoot the gap. He's going to turn him up by right in front of KT. 56 car riding the wall. He's going to get turned down. Just mayhem back here as the leader's starting to pull away.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh no, he's going to take it back.
KT's around.
Yep.
My bad, I got distracted there for a second.
Lightning McQueen around in this one, put up a big fight. Not going to transfer out of this one, unfortunately.
Man, he did. He was up there fighting for his life for that top spot. Terry Rengert there. He is in second right now, trying to run what we call the alphabet here tonight. He's sitting in second, but boy, he's got a 93 to Matt right there all over his back tailgate.
Yeah, it's behind that final transfer spot, though. Christopher Smith and, well, he was on his back end. Michael Dillard was all over him for that 4th and final transfer spot. Behind that, not too many movers coming up through this one, but there's still going to be 3 laps to go.
Absolutely. Man up front, though, Trevor. Well, he is definitely hauling the mail out there, leading this one, looking good. Terry Rennert's in second, but he's got Matt all over his back tailgate. Oh, he's in the wall a little bit. Man, I tell you what, we're coming to the final laps.
Yes, now you see they're really just getting tight up in turn 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 against the wall all the way around. Just can't hop off the bottom. As Michael Dillard, he was on the back end again of, he can't seem to figure out a way around Christopher Smith for that final transfer spot at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, David. It's just, you're going to have to do an aggressive move and move somebody.
Yeah, Matt Hummel, he put the bumper to Terry Rengert and got him a little shaky out of turn 4, but not going to be able to do anything there. He's going to bump the wall again.
Wow. I mean, we had a battle right there for second and third. We had a battle right there for 4th and 5th. I mean, they're just all over this place. You got to look. Like I said, one guy out there said these guys are brutal. Hey, it's just part of the track and the car here tonight and what these guys have. It's a fixed setup. There's not much more they can do. It's a fight here at Eldora, and I think it's what we're going to see all night long, all the way up to the feature here. You know, we still got, what, 2 more mains to go.
Yeah, and that just means the cushion's going to get bigger and bigger and probably harder and a little more bumpy throughout the night.
18 cars, wow.
18 and only 4 more are still going to get up into that, up to the B main.
Look at that, Tommy Rowe in this one.
Yeah, another big name, Virgil Graham back there. Starsky, Scooter Schrader, he's going to be trying to come from the back of this one.
I just got a feeling that if you're in the back with a one groove like it is, you pretty much just, I don't know, it's tough.
You gotta hope for a meteor strike to come down on the front half the back, cause that's about the only way. Without no cautions here, it's really.
That's in the next build, iRacing. I want y'all to implement to where I can hit a button and throw meteor strikes in the middle of the dirt. I want to see that one now. Hashtag Meteor iRacing.
Then they'd really be telling us that we rig our program.
It'd be like cheaters on them PCs. What's wrong with them? Oh, that would be, wow. Throw some thumbtacks out there and blow some tires out or something.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, man, I tell you. Well, yeah, and it is the truth. I mean, if you're in the back, you know, what Well, we'll wait till the start, but I mean, what do you basically do to get to the front? I mean, you really need a miracle. I hate to say it that way, and it's not got anything to do with the talent of the driver. It's basically just a product of this track and this car tonight. It really just, if you're not up front, you're almost a sitting duck unless you just get a miracle here, and we'll just see what they can do back there in the back as the pace truck's in. Green flag flies. Man out front. He gets a good jump. He's going to try to get that high line just like everybody else, and he does a 55. He done. They're 3 wide behind him.
Oh, they're 4 wide now. Coming out 2 is Eric Eichstadt. He's going to be the one getting shuffled back. His 58 car's going to come across his nose. This might be the big incident that everyone was talking about. No, everybody seems to go low and avoiding it, but they're still wrecking up front now. Tommy Rowe turns around. Oh, everybody turns around. Virgil Graham's going to get turned around. Still like 10 cars sneaking by though through.
We got cars in the fence, cars in the dirt, cars up in the grandstand. The 56 is still just all over the place. I guess that is one way of getting to the front there.
Oh, 54 car, David Kuntz. Oh, Scooter Schrager, he's going to get turned around also in front of the field. Not going to be able to get straightened out.
Oh, there goes Scooter. Man.
We've lost about half the field, but we still have like 10 cars left. That's just how stacked this field was with cars.
They got cautions on in the feature.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. We'll be here all night. Folks, hey, if it lasts a 9, it was a great stream. Man, the leader's in the wall. Chris, he stuffed that thing in the wall. He must have saw all the action going on behind him.
Yeah, Eric and Eric were about killing each other through 1 and 2 that time, but it looks like Eric's going to win that battle. Out was Cameron Hamilton. He's going to get a big run now. He's going to go right up in that 3rd position.
Well, right now, yeah, Eddie's actually falling back a little bit. He's on that low line, but the 2 rams it up into the wall. Might give him a little. That's the thing. You got. It just looks like you got to lean on him. He's around. Wow.
And sneaking by is Corey M. Benoit as he's getting in that transfer spot.
Corey Bonnet. On it, I think it's
yeah, maybe. He's an avid street stock 4-banger fan. Nice to see him finally get out here. He started in the 9th position he came from, so he already moved up in the 3rd spot. He was able to avoid a lot of that mayhem.
Yes, he did. Up on the 60 machine. He's out there looking good so far. Cameron's right behind him. So your top 3 guys right now doing everything they can. Boy, they are coming out of the turn. They are just demolishing that outside wall.
That's your C-main winger, Trevor Cheney. He's trying to get up there and ruffle some feathers, and he's bringing David Kuntz with him as they're both chasing down Cameron Hamilton.
Mike said, what happens when you wreck? Well, you wreck and you're out.
Is something wrong with, was Chris R. Cox not the leader of this race? I'm not sure what happened to him, if he thought it was over.
Yeah, what happened?
He got turned by Eric Eichstadt. He got real sideways, and he went from the lead, and now he's back into the 5th position now.
Let me go back on him. What was it? What was his name?
He was Chris R. Cox. He was the leader of the race. So now he's stuck battling for 7th as the car's sideways in front of him. But from the C main, Trevor Cheney into the 4th and final transfer spot.
Wow. Yeah, that one kind of right there was kind of weird. But hey, Corey, he's going to pull this thing off so far. Anyways, he's still got a little bit to go. Vinny says demo derby. That's pretty much what it is when you got a 1-lane track. I mean, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, it's again, everybody's up high. I mean, that bottom's just not working.
Yeah, you got 4 fenders. You better use them up out there. Oh, the way this track is going to be for these features.
Absolutely. So here we go. They're closing in, though, man. Trevor's closing in on that 12 of Cameron for the 3rd place spot. We'll see if he puts a bumper to him. He does. Almost got a hook on the inside.
Yeah, as they're still trying to catch up to it, clicking through everybody's. Yep, Cameron's going to get that outside against Cheney. Like I said, we didn't think it was possible. He did it in about 8 laps, though, Trevor Cheney. If he can just hang on for his 4th and final transfer spot, Eric Eichstadt's going to get turned a little bit, a little help from Cameron. He's going to be able to reel that one back in, though.
Man.
Final lap is checker flags are out.
I'm kind of losing thought on what to say here because it just really what these guys have to do. We're going into the B main. But what these guys have to do to pass, I mean, I agree with everybody out there. It looks, like a beating and banging type of thing. But really, there's just not a lot these guys are able to do with the track conditions the way they are.
KT King said best race of the year was that D main. All that mayhem. But, we're gonna move up to the B main now, and that's gonna be 18 cars on the grid again. Trevor Chaney, he's my guy to watch, starting 18th in this one. Can he get it done? 5 are gonna transfer this time up in the A main.
Absolutely. So here we go. Let's pray the B main will get better. Anyway, you know, we're working on it. I'm praying for the feature. Well, we got
like
24 cars out there.
Remember Lon Franks in that heat race? He fell from 3rd to 5th. He lost that position to Kevin McNatt. Now Kevin McNatt's going to be starting 2nd, and Lon Franks is going to be starting all the way back in that 7th position now, outside of the transfer spot. So that's just how important that, you know, that was .0112 of a finish that he lost that 4th position by. Is gonna here's the repercussions of it now.
Yep, no doubt. He's back there in the back, so let's see if he can bring it to the front, starting at 7th. The man out front right now, the 86 Derek. You got Kevin right there beside of him. And they're looking pretty, starting on the top 2 there. You got Jimmy Mullis in the mix, Josh Phillips up there. Well, what's going to happen in this one?
Hey man, Josh Phillips, pro driver in his own right. He's got a late model Pro Series. Hasn't been able to make a lot of them up there. I think that David Kalb, in the 8th starting spot, he might be one, or 6th, I'm sorry, might be one to watch. As he was in his heat race, he was getting that outside lane going.
Absolutely. So here we go. Pace car lights are off. We're getting set here for the B main. If you don't make it in this one, you go home or stay at home and watch the rest of the race.
There'll be a couple guys in the hospital after this one.
Yeah, that too. Trucks in. Here we go. Green flag flies. Man out front there, he gets a good jump on them. As there are 3 or 4 wide behind it, hey, they're using the fenders.
Yeah, as like I said, 41 car of David Kalb got a good restart, making 3 wide. Lon Franks behind that, and stuck in the middle of a 3 wide. Forget when the 44 car of Scott Seaman, he's really digging on that bottom side, got a 4.
Yeah, Jimmy's up there, man, knocking each other in the backside, doing pretty good. Up in the 5th place spot so far. He's laying the metal to somebody. Somebody's around. That's the 010 Franks.
Oh no, that might be the first feature he'll miss this season. As a battle up front again for that transfer spot. Gonna be 5. Those top 3 guys. Well, Derek Feckenauer was running away, but absolutely ate the wall out of turn 4, and that allowed Josh Phillips to close back up to him.
Yes, he did. Jimmy Mullis right there sitting in the 3rd place spot. He's trying to work over Josh Phillips as he hits the wall just a little bit. I think a lot of these guys might. Look at the slide job behind him there, the 41. Actually, that was the 30. Was that the 30?
No, that was a 41 Cal, but got driven back around that. He's in the 5th and final transfer spot, but that just scrubbed off his speed. He's going to stick his nose outside a Bumblebee, and behind that, the Tyler Bregan almost rolled up on the walls. Here comes Tyler Gray.
Man, these guys, man, are just hammering on each other, back and forth. Just all kinds of excitement going on in the track. They're jumping that cushion here, David.
Like I said, the cushion's getting harder, and rougher cars, especially out of turn 2, are starting to get kicked down off the cushion. So it's another slide job up there. 41 car still of Calb working on it, but the crossover does not succeed by the 115. The Bumblebee, he's going to go spinning and spinning around. And that's it. Calb's going to move back in the 6th spot now, as Tyler Bregan's going to move up in that final transfer spot.
Man, that was a lick. Somebody go check on that guy, please.
Yeah, he absolutely made the crossover, wasn't quite able to clear him, and got turned absolutely right. So those top 3 guys did get single file and running away. It's Tyler and Tyler in the 4th and 5th spot now, but David Kalb and Jed Burton and Hagen Earwood, they're all right behind him.
Yeah, back here in the back, they're still mixing it up. The 2 machine there, Cameron, he's looking good with the 55 on the inside of him. They're back and forth, man, doing sliders.
Yep, a couple guys from the C main, still halfway to go in this one, maybe a little bit of time, but Cameron just plowing that wall again. His cars they're getting kicked off the cushion in turn 2, and out of 4, they're just, trying to lean on something that's not there or what. Everybody seems to be hitting the wall.
Wow. Right now, as you can see, man, the car right there, he actually, Cameron, got drove into the wall there. Who was blinking? I'm not sure. I thought I saw somebody blinking myself.
Oh, Oh, that final transfer spot again. David Calv, he's getting ran up into the fence. And that's going to allow Jim Caldwell Jr., he's going to sneak right by and say thank you very much. And he's going to try to get himself into the main.
Man, I tell you what, that right there, well, he was wall riding, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was not by choice, I can tell you that. Say Tyler Bregan was really giving it to him. As Hagen Earwood tries to throw a slide job on him, not going to work. So he's going to still, I don't know how anything left is on that right side of the 41 yard.
Yeah, if the fenders could fall off these things, they definitely would have knocked them all off.
Chad Burton swung right around Scott Seaman there on their outside because he's still working that outside. Another door bang with Earwood. That's going to get him sideways. He's going to fend off another one, David Kell, but that's just for that 6th spot. His 5th place is gone.
Wow. This is a race right now. The top 3 guys, though, Derek, Josh, Jimmy Mullis, Tyler Gray, and Jim Caldwell, all 5 of those guys are still out front, kind of single file, walking away from this one.
Yeah, back in about 10th place, Steven Spees and Corey, how'd you pronounce it again?
I think so, yeah.
But not.
Corey Bonnet, I believe it is.
Bonnet, you say. Okay, well, they're racing for the 9th position. Ahead of him, big slagger by Scott Seaman. He's going to catch it. He went up to the wall and caught the cushion very pretty, and he's going to be able to clear him and hold that spot. Beautiful slagger there by Scott.
Man, right now looking good so far, but final lap here for that man out front. Josh Phillips leading this one. Well, it's been a wild one here. It's going to take us into the feature here tonight as Josh Phillips going to pull it off. He said the top 5 guys transfer on. Woo! Some of these guys, man, are glad it's over with.
Like I said, time and a place when to dip it low, and you see 2 guys throwing a slide job or getting up in the wall. A couple guys took their shot and made it pay off there. Especially where did he start in that? That was their 5th and final transfer spot there. From 13th to 5th, Jim Caldwell Jr.
Yeah.
So,
give me a second here, folks. I'm gonna change the setting right fast. That's why I got the other screen on. But y'all can still hear us out here talking. We didn't go nowhere. They're doing a warm up right now, so y'all be alright. Y'all ain't gonna miss nothing. They'll probably advance it on anyways. So.
You know what that means is it's going to be, well, there's going to be 10 cars actually made the redraw tonight with the 5 heats. That's a new, I think we have 4 heats, so top 10 cars got reshuffled, so even a bigger luck of the draw is we'll start from position number 10. It's going to be the money man, Lewis Hewitt. I believe he qualified 3rd, won his heat. Inside of him, I hate to say it, more bad luck for the gangster. He's going to have it out for someone, but Jeremy Capone draws the last row again in the redraw.
Wow.
Yep. 8th place going to be E.J. Jones. Blake Nelm's going to catch kind of a raw end of the deal. 2nd place qualifier tonight. He's going to be starting 7th. Voringer starting up in the 6th place. Connor Parisi in 5th. Then Shane James going to be in the 4th position. And Cheney on the inside of him. And then you got the Weaver Mobile starting outside front row. Who can knock him off? If anyone's going to be knocking anybody, might just be the man starting on the pole. It's going to be Rocky Battenfield tonight.
Man, I tell you what, and these guys are doing a little bit of warm-up right now, just kind of see what they can get out of this track, and it's just been treacherous out here. 24 of these machines, boys. It's what do you think we're going to expect?
Holy cow, talk about realism. I just saw somebody, they hit like a rut in the track, and I just saw dirt get kicked up like 20 feet in the air, so that was actually pretty cool of iRacing. It just looks like someone hit a big rut down the straightaway, and I was on the scenic view, and that dirt got kicked up high.
That's right, man. Look, iRacing, no joke.
Yep, but I don't know, it'll be interesting with Rocky starting that front row. He was able to win his heat. He won his heat because he was able to get by Shane James on that outside. Going into turn 1, and I don't know, with Howard Weaver starting out there, he showed last week he'd be able to get really good jumps on the starts. He gets through the gears well. He did that on Randall Carter. I just think if he gets out front, it's going to be just really tough for anybody else to be able to do anything with him, unless this cushion gets knocked down even more. But They're in warm up. They're trying to reel it in a little bit. They're getting kicked off it a lot more. But unless we see a mistake from Howard, like he did last week, though, he made that mistake. He went up there and got the lead, but then he fell back to fourth because he hit the wall. But it's definitely going to take a mistake from the leader, whoever gets out front, if anybody's going to get by him.
And I agree with you there. I mean, I think it's whoever gets out front here, and as long as they keep the car in tow and keep up top like that, it's going to be a very hard place to pass. Again, making a mistake. And so I'm like you, though, if they let Howard out there, you know, he's probably long gone as long as he doesn't make a mistakes, which pretty much anybody. We've seen it all night long. Whoever gets out front usually has stayed out there unless they've made their own mistake.
Yep, fastest thing warm-up so far, Shane James and EJ Jones, though. So Howard Weaver only down at about 10th.
And he starts up front, don't he?
Yep, he's going to be starting up front. But it just seems like guys who are they're riding the wall half the corner, but they have just as much speed as the guys who are, you know, kind of a half groove down, riding it smoothly.
What's up, Terry? How you doing, man? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, if you don't get virtual death in the middle of the field, you might have a shot to get up to the front. I'm just saying. But you've got to take chances earlier on when everybody's bunched up, because once you start getting spread out throughout this field, obviously cautions are on here. Now, 30-lap event, caution flags don't count. Hopefully there's not a lot of cautions in this one. It looks like we're getting set here.
Yep, you're correct. 30 laps on that. I was going to double check that, but I just heard that say it.
No, normally it's 30 laps. I mean, no, folks, it's not 251. I mean, we have to say that every week. There's always somebody that asks that. Just like there's always somebody that asks down there in the right far corner of the screen. There's just a little logo down there.
Can you make the lap smaller? Can you make that font smaller and then?
No, but I can do this. Boom. How's that? See.
Wait a second for it to catch up here.
Can play Houdini with them.
They'll just think we got an enduro going out here, maybe. Put a clock up there. And that's what it might end up being. Whoever survives this.
Right, absolutely. Howard Weaver going to start out front here. And I mean, pretty much that's what you want. You in a track conditions like this. And he's going to start up on top. Very smart move. Shane James is going to be there. I just got a feeling, throw the rule book out here. You're pretty much going to have to put the bumper to somebody and move them in order to get this win tonight.
Don't forget the player last week at Knoxville was Shane James, who did get turned around by Howard Weaver. So that might be a long memory. These guys, those two guys got history going back couple seasons at VLR.
Now, I mean, we've seen Howard run. I call him the Weaver Mobile. We've seen him do a little aggressive stuff out on the track. How aggressive is Shane James? I didn't say I don't know, man. I'm just asking.
I've seen Shane do things that's got him kicked out of leagues.
Okay, never mind then. All right.
I very much, he will not be afraid to get up there and ruffle some feathers.
Well, let's see. As the pace truck's in, here we go.
They're going to go around one more lap.
Oh, they're going to go around one more? Okay, feature time here.
They got so many cars changing positions with the redraw.
I got
one
you.
more lap here before I get going.
Going to line them up here a little bit, but all right, we'll definitely, I'll take your word on that on Shane James. We'll have to see what he does. I mean, he's got a good spot being up high right there, so he could follow along with Howard if he can maintain and get past the man down low up there in the I think it's the 01 machine.
Yeah, if he can clear Rocky and Keel, or the 99 of
097, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, he could definitely slot himself in that second place, and if there is another restart, he could get the outside.
I agree with you, Chris. I mean, Howard's got this stuff figured out. So here we go. Green flag flies. I'm going to tell you what. Rocky got a good jump on Howard. If he can get up high and slide, he's got it. He does. Howard has to check up. And that right there might be the move of the race if he could keep that thing out front.
It very well could have been just the race to turn one, like a Formula One race almost, as Rocky's going to get out there and get ahead of Howard as the rest of his top four guys. Seth King is going to find a spot, 5th place to tuck in. They single file all the way through the top 7, but behind that, they're about 2 and 3 wide.
Yeah, Jeremy Capone back there been getting knocked around. I don't know if I'd be knocking him around. He'll call out the gangster mob on you. Laps, it's 30 laps, Richard. It's not 240 some. They don't count the cautions, that's why. So if a caution comes out, we don't count the caution laps. And Howard Weaver's around.
Oh no, I was watching the back. Oh, is he not going to be able to save it? He is.
No.
Oh, well,
no caution, but well, caution now. Who threw the caution, man? That's terrible, man, with no caution. Oh, he just got in contact with the leader. I mean, pretty much he tried to get back up, went around, and actually the caution came out because the 50 went around.
Yeah, he was making his move on Rocky for the league and just got turned sideways and straightened it out. And guys, they were 3 wide and they were able to split them and make it 4 wide, but the 50 car of Tyler Gray and Josh Phillips got into it. And the caution is out, so
caution's out. We completed what? About 4 laps here? I think about 3.
I got 2 laps down as the admins got on the board for me.
Yeah, we have to just real quick explain for the newcomers out there. The reason it shows 240 some laps, that basically they don't count the caution laps during caution, and the only way to do it here in iRacing is to add more laps than what you will run. It's going to be a 30 lap feature. They want a true 30 laps run. So the only way to do that is obviously put more laps out there, and then kind of just we calculated usually, what is it, David? I think they run what, about 3 laps on their caution, I believe it is.
Yes. So
we went at lap 4, so 5, 6. We completed 3 laps. I think we did, anyways. I don't know. I might be off.
Well, yeah, we saw Howard Weaver. He had a good run on Rocky, and he went for a slide job, but he was only able to get up to his door. How the heck anybody's gonna, completely clear him with a slide job? That's the task at hand for the rest of these guys.
And we've not seen it all night long, and that's what I'm saying. Now he is buried in the field, and I gotta pretty much say night done for him. Don't want to, totally 100% say that, but man, being way back there is kind of a death sentence in the conditions and track. Because right now, with a single file start, man, but look at Shane James. You said it. He put the bumper to Rocky up front, threw an uppercut, and now he puts the slide job on him. Wow, what a move.
He just proved me wrong. That's how you've completely cured him. He took it all the way down to the bottom with his momentum on it, too. Let's see if Rocky will throw it back at him. No, he's not going to be able to. He's going to have to settle in at second place.
Yeah, he just could not get it done. I think he did it right too. I don't know if you noticed it. He put a bumper to him, got him a little wiggly, and then threw that thing down into the turn. I think it stopped the momentum of Rocky ever so much for him to get that slider, man, completed. And Rocky puts it up in the wall. He's blinking just a little bit right there in front of him, but wow, the 09s, and he moves out of the way. The double 01, though, he moves back up the track in front of him. Rocky's actually blinking on the track. That's not a good one.
Yeah, Seth Chaney's going to dip low, though, and get up into that second place. Is now Kyle Voringer. He's going to dip down on the inside. He might be trying to double slide job going into turn 3 and 4 here. He's not going to be able to clear Rocky, and that's going to allow Connor Parise, Blake Nelms, E.J. Jones. All these guys are in line to get the train going on the outside of them, but then Blake Nelms tagged the ball out of 4. That helped him as Mullis, and Parise almost spun there too.
Man, you just see, it's just almost like a synchronized, everybody come out of the turn, wham, 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 on the back end of the wall there. Right now, you have got Kyle. He is on the back end of Connor, and every time they come out of turn 4, they are smacking that wall.
The first guy in line does it, and everybody else just follows him right up into it, it seems like.
It's a treacherous track. The 01 on the inside. Here comes the 11 up top. Not the place you want to be because he's about to get freight trained on the high side. Caution's out. Not sure it's in the back here where Garrett Nieberge is and Howard Weaver and them, but I think it actually happened in front of them. They just happened to slow down, I believe. Yep. 15, I believe it was, around back there. Yeah, it's back there, I think, with Jim Carter. Oh, the 49 went around. Oh, good move by Garrett there.
Yeah. He got straightened out, so they didn't lose too many, if any, spots at all. Chase Westcomb got turned completely backwards, and then he got straight again, and he's gonna keep it out of the pits. Feckenhauer looked like he's pitting. Yeah, his rear end's all messed up, so he hit the stop in pit road, and he's gonna put him at the tail end of the field.
Yeah, you're right. We're seeing some guys out there blinking a little bit there, Steven. I'm not sure if it's a iracing issue on the end or what. I don't know. Every once in a while it happens. I mean, you got to understand, this is a simulator. I mean, it's a virtual world. We're at the mercy of the iRacing servers, your internet connection, and every other thing that can go wrong out there. So it's just, who knows?
Gonna be 23 laps to go here in this one. Interesting. Rocky back in field. He fell to third. See what Seth Chaney, if he has anything out for Shane James. He wasn't letting him get away from him too much there in that green flag run, but we'll see if he can if he gets it wrong, I get two again, just like Shane did. Throw a pitch perfect slide job in the 3 and 4.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, well, Steve, don't feel bad. I got 400 down, 20 up, and I still get problems every once in a while. You gotta love, man, just internet companies.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fast. I'll give it that.
We don't even got that kind of speed where I live.
We got Gigabyte coming. Paid trucks in. Here we go. Shane James. Well, he's not going to give the opportunity there to Seth. He jumps out front and says long gone on this one.
Yeah, but I believe the single file restarts might have been requested from drivers just because, they didn't want to get caught down on that inside line, but just going to show everybody all the way back through the field up on top here.
Well,
that cushion.
To David here, and I hate to bring it up this way, the single file restarts will calm down and not make this thing a caution fest.
Yeah, if it was double file, you would have guys on that inside trying to force their way up into the top line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything and saying these guys, well, they suck as drivers. No, I mean, this track is really treacherous out here. I don't care. I mean, we've got pro drivers out here, a lot of high-end drivers out here, and they're having a hard time managing this track. It's just one of these things. You already see Randall Carter and company up there slamming into the wall.
Yeah, pro driver Jimmy Mullis is going to be on his leg in the one. Several cars around. Lewis Hewitt, Jeremy Capone, Nieberge is on the wall. He brings it back down on all fours. They were 3 wide out of 4 there. There's
Carnage, man. Oh, yeah, he got a car upside down to 27 right there. He's on his roof. Wow. Whew. Yeah, you're right there, Vincent, man. Doesn't really matter. Speed, ping's one thing, so. And they're, Howard Weaver and Garrett Nieberge went into the pits, and I have no clue what in the world they were doing.
Yeah, there is one fast repair on these guys, and I was going to say Howard was able to get through that, but I guess not unscathed as he felt he needed a fast repair and is going to give up, might have given up a little bit of track position. Doing it, so it must have been something really bad.
Y'all check these guys out here, teamvlr.com, sign up. It's fun. I don't race. All I do is broadcast stuff. David Heileman up here, the Heilemaniac himself, he's racing. He's the dirt legend out here, so you can check him out racing now.
Yeah, you can check out my YouTube channel over at IMND33.
Yeah, there you go. Put it in the chat, man. Put it in the chat.
And, Garrett Nieberge, he's going to take another trip down pit road, it looks like.
You put your YouTube channel on the chat, man.
He might have got caught a lap down picking it. He's going to take her out of the server, so
you're not listening.
Looks like his night's done. I hear you, Joe.
Man.
I'll link it in chat. But Howard Beaver, yeah, he's still on pit road, so his night might be done also.
Well, he's buried in the back. He's 2 laps out. He was buried back there in the back, and and I know. I mean, I got right here quick before start. I mean, and I know being in the back. It's pretty much just an impossible task to bring it to the front.
Last week, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, you could bring it up there because the low line works. As pace car trucks in, here we go. And Shane James, he has not given Seth the opportunity to get to his bumper on the restarts. He gets a good jump out front. He knows that if Seth can get there, he might rattle his cage a little bit and try that inside slider.
Yeah, back in field, touched the wall a little bit on turn 2. He's going to get, a big shot from the 57, gave to Connor Parisi, almost a bump draft there, but he wasn't able to take it anywhere.
No, he wasn't. Everybody's still high and wide on this one. You got 3 cars right there. Kyle Blake and Randall Carter mixing it up. As you just see, that track is awful bumpy up on the top side.
Yeah, and it just seems like no matter how bumpy it gets, it's still where the speed is, so that's why everybody's up there. They're 12 laps down, and they just got about 6, 7. They got 8 cars right here, just completely nose to tail, and it's only a matter of time before one gets turned as Chase Westcott goes around.
And he got destroyed.
Blake Brown clobbered him.
Wow, he was demolished right there. But you're right, didn't take long, did it?
Nope, when the track is as rough as it is, and they were as close as they were nose to tail. Yeah.
Woo, man. Well, we've just seen excitement throughout this whole entire race. It is a fixed setup there, Rodney, and that's what's making it so unique. Is a good word to use. If it was open, you probably would see in multiple grooves, because like David mentioned before, guys would have their setups. They could use different gears, different things out there to maybe modulate that car better in the turns to get the low line working. Here, you're at the mercy of what the track and iRacing has gave you. So pretty much you've got to use what you can get, and right now that high line's where it's at. All right, I'll have to click on that and check that out. Check out what David sounds like on the YouTube.
Oh, there's a log.
It's 18 plus, y'all, by the way. I can already tell by his voice.
Definitely. But with Howard Weaver sick in the pits, Jeremy Capering was second in points coming in, but he's only running in 12th because I believe he got turned around in that same wreck. So not sure how much that's going to shake up things.
Well, now, folks, I did talk to Howard before the race. We'll get the updated deal on the points and all for you. Eric has been out for a little bit. His computer, from my understanding, blew up. Died. I don't know how it blows up, but it blew up. I'd like to see that, but I'm just saying, it blew up. That was his words. Pace truck's in. We're about to blow this field up. Shane James, again, he's wasting no time. He understands if that man Seth gets to his bumper in that first turn, he can rock his world and maybe get a slide job on him there, but he's not giving him the opportunity. He's getting out front and a good start.
E.J. Jones in the back just muscled his way right around, just slipped on the outside of Randall Carter there. So he's able to move up in the 6th position, but he's second. Shane James is getting out there every time.
Who was that? Connor almost was around. He held on to that machine. Blake caught the tail end of him. Well, folks, I also threw out there, too, obviously we're here on TeamVLR.com giving this action to you. OSR Network's doing it on YouTube and Twitch. Hey, pick your poison, man. I like going across the streams just like there with David. You'll get his perspective when he races in the car and see all this action out here in the track, because he races for VLR, and right now there's a lot of it going on here about the 5th and 6th place spot.
Yeah, E.J. Jones puts another one down. He's up into the top 5. As I see you out there, Stephen Hall. You like the Bobby Roode music? I think that was my 300th subscriber just there. He said he subscribed, so I hit 300.
There you go, man.
Nice.
Absolutely. Awesome, man. Awesome. Glorious. Yeah, I watch wrestling.
Who doesn't? It's awesome. I don't care what everyone says.
I've watched it, man, since the 70s.
They're wrestling out here on the track. His caution's back out. Oh, Lewis
who was that
Hewitt.
one?
He's
Lewis
upside
Hewitt?
down on his lid.
Oh, no, man. The Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh, yeah, he drove the fence. Wow, he made a new racetrack groove up there. Look at that. Watching the replay here for the viewers. Looks like a car in front of him got wiggly. He had nowhere to go. Then he just got punted by the 30, and the 30 sent him up on the fence, and he says, hey, I'm taking a high line, fellas.
He checked up, and he just took a shot from Josh Phillips, and that almost knocked him out of the ballpark.
Wow.
Maybe he thought the Cushing went that high up there and thought there would have been a little speed, but, man, he was riding that thing all the way to turns 3.
I'm an AJ Styles fan.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, man.
No, I like that. No, I love that. Hey, he's best in the world right now. He's best in the world right now.
They don't want none. That's right. They don't want none. I can sit up here and talk wrestling all night long, man. Shoot, that's just, yeah. I love that stuff. I used to do that when I was younger, by the way. Broke my collarbone in the ring.
Oh, really? Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. You the announcer at the fairgrounds. No, I'm not the announcer at the fairgrounds in Nashville. I could be, though.
Yeah,
I'm in NC. I'm right beside Nashville. How there?
We might have to get a little podcast going after these races.
Yeah.
The way these guys are beating on each other. Get a little ring on the infield. Strap these guys up. Hey, me and Joe will compensate that.
No doubt about it, man. I mean, because they're beating and banging and having their own wrestling match out here with this treacherous track here at Eldora. As the pace truck's around, let's see if Shane James wastes no time dropping a hammer on it. He does. Again, gets another good jump out front in that field. He's wasted. He knows, man, if that guy gets back behind him, he'll probably try to drop kick him out of the way.
Yeah, but again, Connor Priest got the wall a little bit out of turn 2. That's going to allow break numbs. He's going to try to dip it inside. Not going to make it work. DJ Jones going to have a big run on him. Not going to be able to take it anywhere. He just wants to fall back in line.
Around 30.
Oh.
He got it going before the caution came out. It's a good deal, but he spun it all the way around. Man, you're right. Connor took a shot there for a minute, but he got out front in him. As old Blake behind him, he's got his hands full with the 84 E.J. Jones.
Yeah, EJ about turned him a front stretch back down there, but they were real looking as Tyler Gray lost a lot of spots. He's got sideways out of turn 2 there. Still up front, all single file, but mid-pack, these guys, they still got trying to dig their way forward and really working that. Now this time Nelms goes around. EJ Jones wasn't able to stay off of that time. Oh, big hit by Boringer. Oh my goodness.
Well, Kill just got killed. I had to say that. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to say that.
He killed Kenny.
He killed him. I mean, killed the wall, killed the car. Make sure we didn't kill the guy. Hope someone go check on him.
I'd like to see an onboard of that one. Is he just
on
goodness,
board?
his hard hits,
Well,
yeah.
let's see. We can do that. Give me a second here. Go back here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Well, onboard shot, folks. If you get vertigo, shut your eyeballs because you're about to go upside down here in a minute. Boom! Right in the wall, and he is skybox looking in that thing all over the place. If he has VR, he's already dizzy. I done fell out the seat.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the lap just before that, DJ Jones was all over his back bumper harassing him. He was able to pull it back in, but that time out of 2 just got a little sideways and wasn't able to hang on to it.
What you doing in the background? You beating something today to death?
I don't remember.
Wow. Man, we talking about wrestling and somebody in his backside's wrestling. Oh. Well, folks, I tell you what, just real quick here, if you watch back, I got a video on the YouTube channel. I did my Christmas time. My youngest, the 12-year-old, I got him both of the WWE big belts. I mean, you got to imagine he's only 11. So I got him like the adult size one. I mean, the belts are bigger than him, man. Come on. Like, wow. Pace truck's in. Shane James, well, he wastes no time again jumping out front on this field. I think he knows what's in hand here, so he can just keep that car clean. It's pretty much his to lose.
Yeah, second and third place, they're going to tag the wall. Connor Priest. Oh, it's Seth Chaney gets real sideways in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Rocky Battenfield to nibble to get outside, but no, he's going to hit the wall.
Cars are around in the back.
Back out. It's going to be 11 laps to go still.
That was in the back. We saw that one live happen there, but you're right up front. Hey, what's going on out there, Richard, man? Gulf Coast, Mississippi. I've been to Biloxi. I've been down to that area before. Way back in 07, 08. Good area down there. I like that. That's cool to see y'all in here. See everybody in here, man, tonight. Man, we got a packed house of folks watching. It's been a good race so far. Yeah, been a little rough out here for these guys. But we just going to have to call it on the track and the conditions of these cars.
Yeah, you say
it's David's fault.
What? Yeah. I've been staying away from this track recently just because it's probably currently, since the Cushing update, they've done a great job with Lima Land and Charlotte. They've toned down the Cushing a little bit, but it just seemed like even before they had cushions on dirt, Eldora was still always the top side, and it's just something with the high banking about it.
Even with the other cars? I mean, even with the other stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Even pre-cushion, just because the banking, the street stocks were always very topside dominant, and just since then, it's really been the toughest track to make anything.
Well, I know when
work.
this first came out, I mean, everybody loved this place, and like what you're saying is since the cushion added
it was
and
my
the
favorite
update
track,
and all, yeah, everybody's kind of turned away. Everybody likes Knoxville and stuff like that now. Well, we're getting to the closing laps. We shouldn't have many more left to go here.
No, there's a couple of EOLs are getting handed out. Howard Weaver is back out on the track, though.
Okay.
17th
How many
position.
laps we got left?
I believe 11. Not
11?
sure if we're still running all 30 though. Got about 10 minutes of airtime left here. Pace car's in.
Yeah, we should be fine. I mean, we're good to go. As a man out front, Shane James, he gets another good one. But I tell you what, Seth got a little closer that time. And I know, man, that Shane was like, ooh, I was a little closer than what I wanted to be on that restart.
Yeah, every restart, Seth Cheney, he's going to be able to, get to know where Shane fires off. And he cut it down to the inside there out of two to try to hit a run, but Shane was able to get out of the corner and get over that bump so good. And he was just able to get the car length lead out. But Seth's, now this time, he's got a little better run. And so Shane just keeps handling that bump really good out of turn two.
He does, and I'm going to tell you, if Seth can get up there and just maybe rattle the cage just a little bit of Shane, get him off his line, get him off out of his groove, he might be able to slingshot around him like we saw the number 3 earlier on in the evening.
Yeah, beyond that, E.J. Jones still working the back of Connor Parise for that 4th spot. In front of them, Rocky Battenfield getting up in the wall, still kind of blinking around. A little further back, around the 10th position, you got about 4 or 5 cars nose to tail there.
Yeah, we do. Everybody's kind of single file up top. They understand. But I'll tell you what, there was one mistake, though, that Seth wanted to see. Shane James, he might be looking in his rearview mirror a lot now because he stuffed it into the wall. Can Seth maybe get Shane James off his game up front here?
Yeah, if you didn't see him, he's going to hear him now. Let's see if he can get out of 2 this time. Shane's going to, he almost so close. He's getting closer and closer to nibbling that wall with his right rear.
Caution.
And that's just what Cheney, they don't want that caution, but that's what he's going to be looking for.
Not sure where it was or who it was. Kind of looking to see. Maybe the 43. Yep, 43. Chase Watscombe. Hope I said that right. Just coming in, looks like Jeremy in front of him caught the cushion, and Chase tried to slide around, just kind of looped it.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, it was
he
weird.
got his front end out of shape there. But yeah, Seth Cheney, he's getting through 1 and 2 just as good as Shane James, but he's turning it down to get off the cushion a little earlier, which has cost him a little bit of speed and momentum. But he's just waiting for Shane to, if he gets into that wall and scrubs off a little bit of speed, that's when he's going to try to send it on the inside of 3 and 4.
Let me ask a question on that there, David. Shane, he's obviously got nobody in front of him. He could pretty much wheel that thing the way he wants. Is Seth behind him, like what you just said there? Is he maybe seeing that he's getting a run, but it's the fact that he doesn't want to run into Shane, and it's maybe throwing him off a little bit going into it?
At this point, especially later in the race, I don't think he'd mind giving him a little bump. But it's not so much that he doesn't want to run into the back of him. It's just that he doesn't. If he does get a run on him, he doesn't want to have nowhere to go with that run if he's too close. So he might even be laying back a little bit just so he can have the timing perfectly of it. Okay.
Well, we're going to see what happens here on this restart, as we should be getting down here to the closing laps. Pace truck's in. Shane James jumps out again. Seth's right there, but also Rocky is too. They're all single file. Seth gets a little further away, Shane gets a little further away this time on Seth. The last time we saw Shane starting to get a little nervous up front.
Yep, that time he was even closer to the wall. He might have even got a 0x from scraping his Seth Cheney. He's right there. He might be giving that left rear corner paddle a shove.
And if he can, that's what he needs. Maybe just to get it just ever so slightly, to get that rear end just offset and then get the shot going down into the turn. It's a battle for the lead. He's there.
Like I said, after all these restarts, he knows every little move in the corner, what hurts and what doesn't, and what helps to get the Shane James bumpers. And 3 and 4, he got a little too close to him, and now he's into the wall, and he's all frazzled, and he's about 4 car lengths back now, and Rocky Battenfield's going to be all over back of him.
Yeah, he is, man. He was right there, and I just got a feeling he was just trying to set Shane up, but he's going to try it. He's still got a little bit of time here to maybe get back there. You see Rocky back there kind of blinking, and I know that's probably up-nerving Connor behind him.
Yeah, gonna be 2 to go. As that's gonna allow Seth to, good 1 and 2 for Seth that time. He cut Shane's lead about in half. But he's not gonna have to worry about Rocky behind them as they're coming to a white flag out of turn 4.
White flag one more time, this time around here at Eldora for the VLR Street Stock here. Can Seth do it? No, he just drove it in there hard and run it up the wall. He still held on to it. Final time this time around for Shane James.
Yeah, Seth just got in there a little too much. Maybe needed 1 more lap. He's got to tuck it inside here. If he's not going to be able to do it, Shane James is going to hang on to win this one.
Wow, he did everything he needed to do right there to try to get around that guy, but just could not get it done here tonight. But wasn't from a lack of not trying. Boy, I tell you what a run from these guys out here. My hat's off to them. And we've got Rocky we need to bring down, and who else we need to bring down? Shane James. Oh, Shane James, you're gonna be tickled on that one, boy. Who's Seth? Oh, Seth. Okay, my bad.
I think I got him all here.
Rocky's the other man, right? Yeah, Rocky. Well, I tell you what, that was a good finish to this one right there between those two and the battle that they had out there. Well, let's bring him up, man. 3rd place man here, Rocky. Let's get talking with him.
Hey, Rocky, David up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, David, go ahead.
All right, man. You got lucky with the redraw on this one. We're able to start on pole. Almost looked like you had a little bit of connection issues tonight. How would you sum up your night on this one?
Well, I mean, it was good. I've got about $100 coming in for taking Howard out early, so that's nice.
I was gonna say you had to fended off a charge from Howard Weaver, but then you saw Shane come in. He just threw an absolutely perfect slider on you in 3 and 4. Was there anything you were gonna be able to do with him after that?
Oh no, I mean, I was struggling at this track. I was if I hadn't started up front, I don't know where I would have ended up. But no, Shane, that was an absolute perfect slide job on his part, and good job to him on the win.
Well, you held on to a podium finish, so all in all, a great night for you. Anybody out there you want to thank for this one?
First and foremost, thank VLR, and thank you guys and Joe for broadcasting this, and anybody who looks on the Facebook page on me for Ice Fighter Racing. So anyway, appreciate everybody.
All right, that's Rocky Battenfield.
3rd place
handing out
man.
uppercuts to people. Yep.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Did an outstanding job here tonight. Well, this guy right here, we're going to be our 2nd place man, Seth. He did everything he could to chase down Shane James. Just came up a little bit short, though. Bring him up and get a talk with him.
Hey, Seth, David up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes.
So I'm not sure where the redraw put you to start tonight, but you got up in the 2nd around Rocky once Shane was already in the lead, and then it just, there's caution after caution after caution. It just seemed like each caution you were able to stay with Shane just a little bit. Were you just learning things throughout the race to get up to his bumper?
It was pretty one-laned on the top. I know if I haven't ran these things, especially at Eldora, very much, but it was definitely very one lane, and I just knew I had to be patient, wait for him to mess up.
Yeah, and that was like it. You would get a good run on him through 1 and 2, and he would get real close, but just never jump the cushion and hit the wall at turn 2 for you to get the momentum. And then, what were you thinking on that last lap through 1 and 2? You got into the wall, which honestly didn't slow you down at all. But then it was like you had to come off the cushion and it just scrubbed off a little too much of your speed. Were you thinking about sending it on him in 3 and 4?
I was planning on it, but I didn't want to take Shane out of the race. I know he led every lap, and that would kind of suck.
Well, Yeah, you come home second. Kind of sucks to lose, but can't complain about a podium here at VLR. Anyone out there you want to thank for this one?
I'll thank my brother Trevor. He had very bad luck there. I know he drove the wheels off of it in the C main, made it to the B, but just got stuck on the top there and wasn't able to make it.
All right, there it is. Second place finisher, Shaganaga's brother, who did have a heck of a drive there through the C main up in the B main also. So gotta watch out for the Changi brothers. You guys gonna be here next week?
There's a very good possibility, yes.
All right.
All right, second place man did a good job. Like I said, he almost came there for Shane James and that HRE Motorsports machine, who pretty much he dominated out front. And like we said before this one started, whoever got out front pretty much held on to it here. But our winner tonight here, Shane James, Joe White and Booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shane, when you got out front, you pretty much held on to it. That high line was the place to be. Take us through the last, maybe that last restart there. We saw Seth closing in. Did you feel the heat on him?
Oh, I was definitely feeling the heat. The cushion started getting pretty choppy and rough, and I really didn't want to take it too much, push too hard, and jump the cushion because he probably got me. So I was kind of being cautious, but that damn near got me anyway by being cautious. But yeah, it was just all them cautions kept coming out. I had a decent lead, I think, there midway through or something, but he was definitely putting the pressure on me. He was probably faster by a couple tenths, I'm sure.
Well, I tell you what, he was trying everything he could do right there to mask what you were doing on the track. It was an awesome battle between you, but take us through with this track conditions. I mean, how ruthless was the track tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty ruthless. It was one lane from the get-go, and I got the lead on the slide job, but Rocky, he bobbled out of 2, and I figured that's my chance to do a slide job. I thought I cleared him. I don't know if I cleared him enough, but I felt him hit my bumper. But I don't know. I just had to take a chance there, and yeah, it was one lane, and I knew it was going to be like that the whole race, and it's kind of sucks that it's like this, but you know we got to race what we have.
Hey, but you pulled it off. You put it in the winner's circle here tonight for the VLR Street Stock Series here at Eldora. Winner tonight here is Shane James. Shane, you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I thank all my sponsors, HRE Motorsports, Team Friday, Dirt All Access, VLR for putting this on, you guys up in the booth. It's just it's really fun racing these cars, and it's a little different. It's obvious it's way different than the modifieds or late models that I run.
Absolutely.
They're really fun. They're a blast to drive. A lot of finesse with them, and trying to keep your momentum up because there's no horsepower in them. So it's yeah, it's really fun.
Well, Chris Arencia out there, man, he says, man, good job.
Yeah, that's the boss man with HRE, so I better stay up front or he'll get rid of me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got that HRE horsepower up underneath that thing here tonight, and you pulled it off here for the win at Eldora. Again, congratulations, Shane James. Well, right there you go. I'm going to tell you what, David, it was a treacherous track conditions, and these guys mastered it. But Shane James came out on top. Howard Weaver had trouble earlier on. But we figured whoever got out front in this one, man, definitely had it.
Yeah, the question coming into the week was just whether or not that cushion would get worn down enough where it would open up other lines. We just didn't seem like that. It got rougher and rougher for guys, but just didn't seem like anybody was able to move off it and make speed anywhere else.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, hope you enjoyed that. We'll be here next week here again for the VLR Street Stock Series. I'm myself here, Joe White, for OSRN Network, and for the guys here at VLR. And again, congratulations, Shane James. Everyone, have a good night.